And a great big hey howdy hey to all of my lovely goofy goobers out there. Welcome back to Animanic with Comic Auzi, the section of my live streams where I talk about pretty much any piece of media as long as it's animated. So, tonight we'll be watching the 1943 Disney classic Saludos Amigos, which is Spanish for hello friends. So, this is going to be interesting, and actually, because I'm watching this on Disney+, probably you guys have it on Disney+ as well, I can actually read a description of it here. It says, Saludos Amigos is a colorful kaleidoscope of art, adventure, and music set to a toe-tapping samba beat. Your international traveling companions are none other than those famous funny friends Donald, Duck, and Goofy. Hello, Michaela. Welcome to the show. And also Squadala. Hello. Also, that's interesting. So this will be interesting for you to see me reacting to this movie. Because here's a little bit of a strangeness, right? I've seen The Three Caballeros, which is what we'll be watching next week. But I have not actually seen this movie. Also, this movie is only 42 minutes long. So it's actually going to be a fairly quick one tonight, so that's gonna be interesting. But yeah, no, so the I know about certain bits of this movie. There's a short with Goofy and a llama. There's a short about a little airplane, and of course the introduction of Jose, later to be known as Jose Carioca. It probably was edited for the home release. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare this. Let's see. The programming includes negative depictions and or mistreatment of peoples or cultures. Yeah, okay, so we do have this warning out front. After the warning, I will go ahead and hit pause. Alright, I'll also turn down the volume a fair bit. I guess that's as far back to the front as it'll go. And then I'll hit the play button in the middle here. Okay, so yeah, apparently, and I guess the mistreatment of culture may not necessarily be blatantly offensive. It may just be more misguided than anything, because supposedly, as we will soon see, the animators went down on a trip to South America in order to, like, do research, and here's the cartoons we did based on the research. At least that's how it's been told to me by other people who've seen this movie and their own reviews of it. So now we go live, post, as you can clearly see with the globe there, post 10-second warning. So if you have it ready at post 10-second warning, hit the back 10 seconds button, and then we'll press play in 3, 2, 1, go. Walt Disney and Company presents. All right. Oh, Pedro the Little Plane. It's like there's 4 shorts. Okay. El Gaucho Goofy. Okay. And you have a lot of the animators. I'm familiar with the name Ward Kimball. Milk Call animated on this. I have the volume turned up quite high on my end for some reason. I guess I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to hear it, I suppose. I guess that fear was unfounded. Saludos and music and lyrics for the sincere appreciation for the courtesy and cooperation shown us by artists, musicians, and our many friends in Latin America. Signed, Walt Disney. I suppose so. Oh, here we go. Song again. Oh, hey, animation. Look at the little plane go. They're just bouncing all over the place, aren't they? All right. Or so you say, at least, Mr. Narrator. Oh, nice. So... and a lot of hats. Many, many hats. Sounds like your average farmer's market. Yeah, maybe don't phrase it like that. What am I looking at? Ah, Pack Mule. Well, I mean, there's not much animation I can talk about when there isn't animation on screen. Stubborn. Oh, God. And now the movie features a slideshow. Just... They just animated their vacation slides. That's pretty much what you're telling me. Well, you gotta have a copy of the movie on your end. I'm gonna be talking about it. At these high altitudes, he's a duck. Give him some break. I always get a kick out of whenever they are able to do that sort of faded effect in the older animations. Yeah, okay. You know, we've pretty much seamlessly transitioned from travelogue to animated travelogue, really. Yeah. They had some. I can tell they had some experiences with just pulling a thread. From an animator's perspective, this does feel like they animated and caricatured and made silly their travels across South America. Making a joke. They're having fun and making jokes. It's like, you always think of a snake charmer, but you ever heard of a llama charmer? I guess that's what they got here. And that drop shadow's done really well. And it's very clean, too. Because I guess you could animate a drop shadow as just, like, straight black. Right? And then have it faded on top of the background art. But what they've done is they've actually painted it to be see-through, which is tricky, but they did it pretty well. Oh, Donald, don't go thinking that you can control that llama. Also, gotta love this animation. It's really well done. I mean... If this is something they're gonna point as some kind of insensitivity, it really isn't. Because, like, sure, the narrator calls it costume, but it's like, ooh, swinging. Llama's going off. Mm-hmm. I feel like the language being used by the narrator is the most damning thing. There's nothing else strikes me as terribly off. Hey guys, I didn't know we were already watching Emperor's New Groove. Oh god. I wouldn't worry too much, Donald. The llama is very familiar with high places and is very steady on its feet. Way to go, ducky. Well, you've been cut loose. Yeah, Donald, you're flipping out over nothing. Llama's very steady, evidently. No kidding. I mean, you can see the way that one artist was drawing the llama with a monocle. It's not unfounded to say, like, I guess the llama's attitude struck them as very posh, stubborn, and full of itself. And back to live action footage again. But that was some nice animation. The colors were nice. And again, having not been to South America, I was still able to draw parallels between Disney's other South American films. So it's like, they probably got their references down pat. See, that's the kind of shit you see. Yep. Here we go. The mother plane, the papa plane, and the baby plane. Little rapscallion. Not gonna lie, I was looking forward to this, and I'm not disappointed thus far. Oh God! Skeleton of the plane. And a mighty temper at that. Nice. Good Lord. Look at this. Look at this scrappy little scamp. Look at him go. You know, he's trying his best. Well, I mean, that sounds like a fun name, doesn't it? Akanagua. Akanagua. Yeah, no kidding. Neat. Aconcagua. Bum bum bum. I always love when you give something a face that doesn't have a face. Always very nice. And he dropped it like a clown. Off he goes, man. With his head in the clouds. I was kind of concerned he dropped it. It's like I didn't see it for a minute there. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. It's just cute. Oh lord. Okay, that's tense. That's a classic sound effect right there. That's one hell of a downdraft. Oh god. They're making this really tense. Just for a cute little short. Oh lord. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Oh no, yeah, that would be east. I always get my east and west mixed up. And here we go, more live action footage. I guess it'll leave me some time to talk about the animation back there. That was fun. That was really fun. Short. He had so much delightful little personality bits. I love the way he's sneaking around in the cloud. That was cute. The mountain's face was also really well drawn in every background element. Hey look, Walt Disney. Walt Disney in a Walt Disney movie. Man, you don't see that very often, do ya? Those look pretty delicious, not gonna lie. Almost as if there's some overlap in vibes in South America, but the separate countries and regions have their own little cultural differences. Or does somebody call the dances like a square dance, or am I missing something? Draw a picture of the mariachi man. Dancing with their spurs on. Okay. Okay. And yeah, because they still got them spurs. But I'm tish. Well, he's making good effort. Here comes the next scene. Why do you have the mattress? Oh, God. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, God. Yeah, better get running. There he goes. Damn. Oh god. They're having a lot of fun with this. Oh boy. Again, they're having a lot of fun with this. You know? Look at him go. I thought that was a little off. Aha. Ah, we see this demonstrated very stylishly in Three Caballeros. Indeed. Don't say that, the movie's not even over. We still have one more segment. Exactly. And here we go, live action footage again, right? Yep, here we go. I saw that coming as soon as I heard the plane go up. Very nice. Hi, Jesus. Oh, bye, Jesus. That was quick. So basically what you're saying is the artists were looking for a city that was as close to an American city as possible while being only slightly different. Is that what I'm gathering here? Because, like, that's what it sounds like to me. Yeah, I suppose so. Oh. Huh. about you, but I think Disney definitely found their love of the samba. Like, between this and the next 2 movies, literally. Wait, unless Make My Music comes between... Yeah, we'll figure it out. They've clearly dubbed over this footage. Hilarious? I'd say more, you know, vibrant. Alright. And here we go. I think this is where we're about to wrap up here. They actually credited the voice of Jose Carioca. That's nice. I really love how they're using the music as a basis for the bum bum lum bum bum. Ah, beautiful birds. Again, this is just Disney showing off yet again. It's like, and here we go. Nice. And this isn't just the creativity of the artists and animators. This is also the budget and the... Wow, okay. That was really seamless. Okay. That is gorgeous. This is so well done. Seriously, the difference between the watercolor background art and the cartoon characters is usually such an obvious contrast. But they've really done a great job to hide it. Hey, Donald. Everyone's favorite. He really is trying his best. You'll say. Okay. I guess one who can't forget that it's pronounced differently. Yeah. I guess they found that Donald was pretty popular down there, I guess, because that strikes me as what it really feels like when people from different cultures really dig an animated character. He's trying his best. Oh, God. Here we go. It's gonna get in your feet. You know, some people made connections between Yosei Karaoke here and Jose from the Enchanted Tiki Room. And the thing is, it's not unfounded because, well, even though they come from very different cultures, like, he's a Portuguese parrot, and Jose from the Tiki Room seems to have a different cultural accent behind him even. And he pronounces it Jose, so that's another giveaway there. But to point out that actually Yosei Karaoke here actually predates the Tiki Room by like 20 years exactly. at least from opening day, because I'm pretty sure a parrot named Jose was definitely something that the people behind the Tiki Room probably took from this. I don't think it's... Welcome to the Kachaka. Did I pronounce that correctly? I got a little... Donald? I think that's, Yep. Now even the artist is painting with the booze. God. Ah, the Copacabana. Everyone's heard of the Copacabana in some capacity or other. Now you got it, Donnie. Ah, man. And again, the water, it feels like it's too deceptively simple, right? And there's our watercolor. There we go, and it's advertising. It's advertising me Toy Story for some ungodly reason. So yeah, that's Saludos Amigos. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This movie is fascinating. Here's the funny thing, right? So, it does really just feel like the animators went to another country, and they just decided that they were gonna use this trip to, supposedly this was like a goodwill trip on part of the Disney studio and the animators. that this is some kind of a goodwill trip. Like, they were kind of artistic ambassadors, artists and ambassadors in some capacity. And in that respect, I think for the most part, the artists and animators and those storytellers are very respectful. The narrator, on the other hand, the word choice can get a little iffy. Not gonna lie. The choice of language that the narration has chosen is dated. It's very dated. It's very dated in some places. And of course, dubbing the footage of the culture to create your own version of what the hell they're singing and doing in some of this live action footage. Like during Carnival, it's like, oh, that is so obviously dubbed. Why would you do that? Unless you thought your American audience would be uncomfortable with the style of music. I mean, for fuck's sake, they call one of the styles of music early on in the film very alien. So like, not a great look in small bits, but on the whole, it's kind of fun. I would highly recommend it, especially if you love animation, because there's a lot of fun animation here. Classic Disney cartoon animation. And I'll also say this. This is the beginning of our package films. And only one half of that south of the United States border goodwill trip, because I think the rest of that definitely carried over into the Three Caballeros, which we will be watching next week. So, on the whole, I'd say that this film did a pretty good job in what it set out to do. You know, for the time. It's definitely dated, but not nearly as abrasive as, like, the crows from Dumbo. Like, the crows from Dumbo are really abrasive caricatures. Like, for as much as I like them, they are very, very, Oh, no, I'm not worried about the narrator or even, just more his choice of words. And I've seen the Three Caballeros, and the narrator is not nearly as obnoxious as the guy from Fantasia. They probably learned their lesson from Fantasia. It's like, have him talk as little as possible, and don't have him spoil the shorts, you know, just have him kind of bleed into the shorts, be a narrator for them as opposed to, you know, introducing them by giving a synopsis, or like with the watercolor of Brazil, the Rio watercolor. He just introduced it and didn't tell us what was gonna happen. He just let it speak for itself. Again, I will keep making fun of Dean Taylor or whatever the fuck his name was. It's like, and his Corey Burton ass redub. Just, I don't care what you have to say. Just shut the fuck up and let me watch the cartoon. And yeah, as far as being a cartoon, a collection of cartoons set in a few nations of South America, I think this is a good one. Because it's a highly niche film to look for. But it's also very short, only 42 minutes in runtime, very short. We went from 6 o'clock to 6:45. That's the movie. It's very short. It hardly counts as a movie, if you ask me, because of that. So for all intents and purposes, I'd say it was good. I liked it. I probably will come back to it in the same way in which I definitely say, along with Three Caballeros, in the same reason that I would rewatch Three Caballeros, I would rewatch this film to see some fun animation and a little bit of information about a culture that I am unfamiliar with. From a very dated standpoint, perhaps Three Caballeros can pick up the slack in actually, you know, being a little more curious about the culture, as opposed to, you know, and using Donald Duck as a vehicle for learning those cultures, rather than just, you know, glancing at them and then have the animators make a silly, goofy cartoon about it. I guess that's where Three Caballeros succeeds, where Saludos Amigos fails. But even then, if it fails at all, it fails very little, because you think it was very fun. So, I enjoyed it. God, Samba's great. I love the little jazz bit that Donald did on the flute. I mean, I love jazz, so it's, and you know what? So did the Disney animators. So, until next time, thank you all so much for joining me. And if you're viewing this after the fact, thanks for watching. And until next time, remember to take care, stay safe, and be kind in all that you do. Adios, amigos! Or I guess, buenas noches! Why didn't I think of that? Buenas noches, everybody!